and welcome to this session to connect, start, run and reverse direction of rotation of slip ring motor through rotor resistant starter and to determine performance characteristics. Let us begin with the session.
Let us look at the objectives of this session. At the end of this session, you will be able to identify the terminals of a three-phase slip ring induction motor. Wire up and connect the three-phase slip ring induction motor through the rotor resistance starter. Start and run the three-phase slip ring induction motor. Measure the starting current and running current. Reverse the direction of rotation. Apply load on three-phase slip ring induction motor and measure the slip. The equipment and the instruments required for conducting this test are three-phase 3 HP 415 volts 50 Hz slip ring induction motor with rotor resistance starter and brake load arrangement.
MI voltmeter 0 to 600 volts.
MI ammeter 0 to 10 amp. Watt meter UPF
600 volts.
5 amp. Triple pole single throw TPST switch. Tachometer. Connecting wires. The first step before conducting the test is to note down the nameplate details of the slip ring induction motor. The terminals of slip ring induction motor can be identified as
rotor terminals and stator terminals.
Once the meters are selected, the circuit need to be rigged up as per the circuit diagram. From the three-phase AC supply, wires are connected from each phase to the input side of an TPST switch internally. Voltmeter is connected to measure the line voltage between A and B phases, and the ammeter is connected in series to measure B phase current. The stator phase windings of the motor are connected to the TPST switch through ammeter as per the circuit diagram. The rotor phase windings are connected to the external resistance. The rotor of the machine is mechanically coupled with a brake loading arrangement. By tightening the hand wheels, the load in the motor can be increased. The V terminals of the wattmeter 1 and wattmeter 2 are connected and its common point is connected to Y phase. Now we are ready to conduct the experiment.
Without extra resistance in the rotor circuit,
switch on the three-phase power supply and close the TPST switch. Keep the rotor resistance to its maximum position and observe the voltmeter reading and observe the ammeter reading, which shows the starting current, which is having a value above rated current. Note down the starting current. The motor slowly starts picking up the speed and reaches its rated speed. Now let's note down the voltmeter, tachometer readings. Tabulate the line, starting, running and full load current from ammeter and tabulate. Observe the direction of rotation of the motor and note down the direction of rotation as forward direction. Reduce the applied voltage by decreasing the rotor resistance till it reaches 0. Switch off the three-phase supply. To change the direction of the rotor of motor, interchange the wires of any two phases of a transformer, that is RY or YB. Switch on the three-phase power supply and close the TPST switch. Keep the rotor resistance to its maximum position. The motor slowly starts picking up the speed and reaches its rated speed. Observe the direction of rotation of the motor and note down the direction of rotation as reverse direction. Cut down the rotor's circuit resistance to 0, gradually observing the increased speed of motor. Watch the deflection of ammeter pointer in the rotor circuit and note that it oscillates on either side. Start and stop watch and measure the oscillations of ammeter pointer from one point and record in a table. Increase the load by tightening the brake loading hand wheel and observe the meter readings in steps. Record the number of oscillations of the ammeter per minute in each case. Now the experiment is completed. Let's reduce the loading to no load condition. Switch off the three-phase supply. Different performance parameters can be calculated now to determine the slip. To recap, we have learned to identify the terminals of a three-phase slip ring induction motor. Wire up and connect the three-phase slip ring induction motor through the rotor resistance starter. Start and run the three-phase slip ring induction motor. Measure the starting current and running current. Reverse the direction of rotation. Apply load on three-phase slip ring induction motor and measure the slip.
So that's all about the connection, starting, running and reversing the direction of rotation of slip ring motor through rotor resistance starter and determining the performance characteristics. See you in the next session.